Yo, what's goody everyone? Today we're reacting to Mongraal reacts to the rise, the fall, and the rise again of Mongraal. Thanks for the support in the last episode. Got asked to make another, so here we are. Let's get into it.
Yo, what's up, boys? This is my new react channel. I'm going to be uploading all stuff to do with Fortnite, and outside of Fortnite, we're going to be reacting to everything. The first video we got here, the rise, fall, and rise again of Mongraal. You guys always tell me to watch this in my chat, bro. I've watched it about 10 times, but I'm going to watch it again for this channel. For those of you that haven't seen it, let's get into it. Let's go.
This is Mongraal,
Alright, let's go.
one of the most popular Fortnite players of all time.
7 million on Twitch. So.
First of all, saying let's go way too much. Or we're not even 30 seconds into the video. I've heard let's go about 5 times. Come on, man.
Extremely talented.
Bro, this clip gets posted everywhere, but like, this was just a random
Yeah,
clip,
it's
bro. I don't know
class.
why this gets posted so much.
And sometimes
I'm
he
probably
Ass, man. I mean, it's
Yeah.
poo.
Broke my 5 keyboards back then.
recognizable players in Fortnite history, it hasn't always been like that. From the top of the top to completely disappearing from the internet, back to being just as popular as before, this is the entire
Bro, these
rise,
seasons
fall,
were so
and
good.
rise again of Mongraal. Kyle Mongraal Jackson was born on August 13th, 2004.
Oh, look at that hairline. It's like the McDonald's logo. That's crazy.
In Kent, England. Rather than playing
Yeah,
sports growing up, he got
Kent.
into video games at a very young age. He enjoyed playing first-person shooter games like Halo and Call of Duty and started playing competitively at 9 years old. He didn't know, but this
Bro,
competitive
Halo
drive
Reach,
was very important for
MW2.
his future. Over time, he started
That was
grinding
the back then.
PUBG and H1Z1 as the battle royale genre was
H1.
becoming more and more popular. The timing could not have been more perfect for him as Fortnite Battle Royale was released in 2017 at the peak of this hype. While he played Fortnite at the beginning, he still preferred H1Z1 and would stream that until January of 2018. Then he really started to enjoy
With 0
Fortnite.
viewers.
Once he started streaming Fortnite, the growth was slow as he was only averaging about 10 viewers
Yeah.
for the first 4 months. Although he wasn't pulling too many viewers, a massive gaming organization named Team Secret recognized just how talented he was at the game and decided to make him a part of their roster. 4 days after this, Mongraal would be interviewed by the BBC News Network, and this
Bro, this was the most insane
What was
thing.
gonna say?
Like, this is what blew me up crazy. This video, I think, has like 25 million views or something. I don't know how it blew up that bad, but like, I remember going back into school and people were putting it on the whiteboard. Like, you know how in UK schools you got that massive whiteboard? People were putting my interview on that, bro.
That'd be so embarrassing. These sideburns as well. Jeez, just shave them off, man. God.
crazy from there.
changed his life. Once this interview aired, he went
BBC,
from 10 average
that's
viewers
big.
to over 1,000 in just 1 month.
It's massive.
He was growing so quickly mainly because of his insane mechanics and just how good he was at solo squads. He would consistently upload gameplays, dropping 30 plus kills to YouTube where they would pull millions of views because nobody else was doing it back then. Around this time, he would drop out of school to fully focus on pursuing
Damn,
gaming and
that was
content
risky.
creation, which turned out to be a great decision. And this was really just the beginning. June 15th, 2018 would be the day his streaming career absolutely skyrocketed. Before Fortnite hosted their own in-game tournaments, the main source of competition was the weekly $20,000 Friday Fortnite tournament.
Friday
These were GDQ show races
Fortnite.
featuring the best players and biggest streamers in the world, and it was a chance to prove yourself as the best of the best.
These were
Mongraal and his
so
teammate
fun,
Dementos
bro.
went on to do just that, winning
Mongraal
the tournament, but not
Dementos
without
winning the. I think we won the
After
first
they
one,
won,
or was
Team
it?
Secret tweeted
Was it the
this, saying
first
that
one?
they
I
were
don't
the
even
best
know.
Fortnite team in the world with
Second
real
one?
pros and not entertainers. The organizers of Friday Fortnite didn't really like this, so they
Oh
would
yeah, they
ban Team
hated
Secret
that.
from any future tournaments. Luckily, Mongraal was still allowed to play, just not with Secret in his name. After winning this tournament, his Twitch blew up, and by the end of 2018, he was averaging close to 9,000 viewers. While the success from streaming and content creation was nice, his true passion was competing, and sadly, he couldn't do that. You see, Fortnite announced they would be allocating $100 million to competitive prize pools and hosting the $30 million Fortnite World Cup. But there was one problem. You had to be 16 years old to compete, and Mongraal was only 14. While he managed to
Ooh.
qualify for the Winter Royale in 2018, he was unable to participate because he was too young.
Yeah, that was so
Luckily,
annoying,
this
bro.
changed on
I was
February
actually so
22nd,
sad.
2019, as the age requirement to compete was lowered to 13, and Mongraal was not going to miss out on the opportunity to
Prime
dominate the
Mongraal.
World Cup.
Little
Going into it, he
fatty.
was a favorite to qualify with his duo Mitro, and they easily pulled
Not
it
gonna
off,
lie.
placing second in the first week, punching.
Imagine they never lowered the age limit to 13, bro. Like, none of this would have happened. That was probably the biggest thing in all of Fortnite that actually allowed me to do this stuff.
their ticket to New York. But solos was
Goal
a different
first
story.
week with the big
1, he
Metro.
finished 16th, missing out by just a couple of points, but the next 3 weeks he did not come anywhere close. While qualifying for duos was already an achievement, he would not be satisfied unless he qualified for solos as well. With one last chance
Shows
to
he got
qualify,
carried
pulled off
by
one of
the big
greatest
Metro.
clutches in Fortnite history.
I don't think so. The drive in.
Okay, first of all, this was in
This clip's
the
actually
round
crazy.
before. This was in opens, but in the finals, my last game, I actually needed a good game to call in the last week of solos. I had like 30% packet loss from first move, and I'm not joking. The whole end game, I was getting so mad, and I somehow qualled with all that packet loss. I don't know how I did that, but that was insane. Last week as well.
Gets the shot off and gets the
This is also
elimination.
crazy.
Mongraal literally putting on a clinic of why you need to pay attention to what's going on.
I let TW as well as the caster, bro. He was probably my favorite caster. He's so good.
Are you serious? 13 eliminations. There's still 4 players left, including him. Bat it down! No way! Are you doing this right now, Mongraal? No way! Top 3 situation now. Gonna get the time for the minis. Still needs to find 2 more. Not sure who he's fighting. It's Alec on high ground and then Zur. He actually, Mongraal, took down every single player that we talked about earlier in the lobby. And now reloading the double RPG as well. Zur's gonna
200.
go down in another
200.
one. Mongraal, are you kidding
This
me?
was enough for him to qualify
actually
for the
crazy.
Solo World Cup finals. This meant he was one of the 18 players who qualified for both solos and duos. After this, he signed to FaZe Clan, who he would represent for the next 3 years. As someone who grew up playing Call of Duty, this was basically a dream come true. At the World Cup finals in New York, he would have a respectable performance, finishing 6th in duos, followed by a 13th in solos. Overall, he
Most consistent average placement out of all the double calls, by the way.
made $375,000 in
Let's just rewind about 5 seconds.
Of all the double.
by
Oh, yeah. Where did he come? 13th in solos.
overall,
13. I don't think that's good enough, and he's kind of bragging about it. He needs to up his game. I mean, I wasn't there, but
Most consistent
yeah.
average placement out of all the double calls, by the way.
made $375,000 in 2 days, and this was just the beginning of his run. Once the Fortnite Championship Series was announced as the new major tournament, with trios being the game mode, Mongraal and Metro decided to pick up Benji Fishy as their third. They now had 3 of the best fighters and overall
Mongraal,
players in the
Metro,
world.
Benji, Fish.
MMB.
In the 5
They were
weeks of
actually
the
too
trio
good.
FNCS qualifiers, they finished
First, second,
second, securing themselves $134,000 each. Not only was this trio insane, they were extremely entertaining to watch, producing some of the most iconic
It was the first
clips
boot camp I went to, I think. Actually, no, World Cup, but
Cooler
Metro,
Aqua.
Benji.
Poo on. Dance, dance, dance.
Oh my god, that clip is so loud. In MMB for those weeks, me, Mitra and Benji, we went to Frankfurt to boot camp. It was so nice playing on 0 ping. Because back then, I played like 20, 30 ping my whole life. Even though I was from London. All the servers were Frankfurt back then. So it was so clean playing 0 ping.
Dead. Everyone's
Ritz
1
and
HP.
Drow.
He wasn't 1 HP.
They easily won their heat, but finished a disappointing
Toxic,
10th place in
man.
grand finals because
That
of
should have been an
another team breaking
FNCS win,
event.
man. That should have been an FNCS win.
This was pretty
Bottled it.
discouraging considering just how dominant they were the rest of the season. The next FNCS game mode was squads, and everybody expected the MMB trio to pick up Benji Fishy's duo, Mr. Savage. While they did try it out, they did not play well together, so Mongraal and Benji Fishy
let's
up
go.
with Wolfies and Nate. This grand finals would go way better as they
Wolfies and
finished
Nate.
second place, but Mongraal just could not pick up the win. After this was duo FNCS, which he would play with Benji instead of Mitro. Although they finished second in grand finals a couple months earlier, they were unable to qualify in duos. The next FNCS was solos, which was Mongraal's specialty, but once again, he did not perform up to his standards, placing 16th in finals. For most people, multiple bad
Not
seasons
too
in a
bad
row
in
would be
solos,
pretty
but it's also not
demotivating, but
good.
this just lit a spark beneath him. For the next few months, he would grind harder than ever for FNCS in Chapter 2 Season 4, better known as
Yep.
Stark Season. This time,
Prime
he was
Growl.
back to his favorite
No
game mode,
way. Stark
Instead
season
of playing
growl.
with Benji Fishy, he decided to team up with his World Cup duo Mitro and the previous season's solo FNCS winner, Tayson. We all know
Tayson.
Tayson used to go to
MMT,
Fortnite,
bro.
but at the time, we didn't
Now,
really know
Tayson,
what
just
to
don't be
expect
playing
from
with
the
me,
trio,
bro.
especially considering just how
Not
dysfunctional
even
they
a
were.
reason.
Ego by Tayson.
Oh,
just making sure I don't really die though.
Hold up here, please. We're in the game.
Bro, we
Taysom wants to
we
do
barely
good
played
kill.
any
You listen
scrims
to
this
that,
season
Ideal
as well.
Taysom.
Me and
Let's have a think
Mitro
about
just play
this, though.
arena 16 hours a day. I don't know what Taysom would do.
The most kills right now.
Probably same thing. This was so fun.
Let's go.
These just not take this seriously.
Despite the fact that Mongraal and Mitro trolled a lot, they were really good. Throughout the weekly qualifiers, they landed at Stark Industries, which was easily the best drop spot in the game, and they destroyed any team that tried to contest them. Going into the grand finals, they were uncontested with the best loot in the game, and they would not let this go to waste.
Let's go.
Look at this blue. I'm literally on him. I don't know how that didn't kill him.
He missed the
32
palm
on.
shot though.
They were running away with the tournament with a 30-point lead going into day 2, and it seemed like there was no way they could
Yep.
lose. They
Streaming
also
all of
picked
it
up
as well.
Another 13-kill win to grow their lead even more. But this was about to change. Flick, Anas, and Thomas HD
Oh my
decided
gosh,
to
bro.
start running
Agree.
and
Flick
this
and
made the
Thomas
tournament
HD.
way more interesting. Mongraal, Mitro, and Tayson started the struggle, gaining only 8
Fair enough,
points in
though.
the next 4 games. And going into
I
the
mean,
last game, their lead
wasn't
went
even
from
that deep.
54 points to only 12.
Wasn't even that deep that they landed on us. We was literally uncon for like 9 games in a row. And they needed big last games. So, can't even be mad at that, bro.
This meant there was a chance they could lose, but they made a risky decision that would change the outcome of the tournament by landing at Sweaty Sands on the
annoying,
second
though.
place team.
And we'll be bringing you the final game right here, right now, and we're gonna kick
This
it
was
off
a big player.
where else but in Sweaty Sands with 1 and 2 standing toe to toe, mouth to mouth in the ring at one of the strongest POIs.
This would ultimately pay off, and they secured the FNCS championship.
Yep.
Winning was impressive, but the more impressive thing is that Mongraal streamed the entire thing. He had an average of 90,000 viewers over the course of the
Insane.
finals, which was honestly just as
The
crazy as
amount of
actually
money he
winning.
would've got.
His social media presence was absolutely massive, and he was easily one of the most influential players in the game. You would think that after a performance like this, the trio would stick together and keep dominating, but that is not what happened. Tayson
Nope.
really wanted to play with people who took practice more seriously.
Facts,
which meant
bro.
Mongraal and Mitro had to find a new third.
Had to
The
find a new
obvious choice
third.
was to go back to Benji Fishy and run back the MMB trio, and they did, but it was just not the same. They split up after doing terrible in the first week of FNCS, and this was the beginning of a very slippery slope for Mongraal. After winning the previous season, he didn't even
Start the
qualify for
fall.
heats, and the following season it happened again. But
Yeah.
why was he struggling so much? I think the main reason was complacency. After finally winning an FNCS, he stopped putting in as much time, which resulted in him placing worse.
Bro, I think, I'm not gonna lie, I was just so young with a crazy ego, bro. After that FNCS win, I needed to be humbled. That low-key humbled me, not qualling.
That hairline humbles you
So-
now.
Don't actually regret any of that.
Leading to an endless cycle of bad performances. In Chapter 2, Season 7, he barely qualified for heats and once again failed to make the Grand Finals. And the same thing happened in Season 8 and Grand Royale. From getting first place in one of the most dominant finals performances ever to not even qualifying for the next 5, it was obvious something was going on. After this, he started to play Fortnite way less as he just did not enjoy the game anymore. He also started taking weeks off streaming, and when he did stream, he would be playing other games most of the time. After failing to make it out of opens in both weeks of Chapter 3 Season 1's FNCS with Mitro, it was obvious that we
Mongraal
were coming
Valorant
up to the end of
phase.
one of the greatest careers of all time. He
Yep.
still streamed consistently for a couple of months, but he would be playing Valorant most of the time, which would cause his viewer count to decrease as he stopped playing the game he was known for. Eventually, he stopped going live altogether and basically disappeared from the internet. So what happened? Well, he was obviously burnt out from the years of grinding and just wanted to change a pace in his life.
Not gonna lie, at that point I was mad burnt out. Like, how long was that? 4 years, nearly 5 of just straight playing that game every single day. Like, I actually needed a break. Too much.
Other than the occasional stream, there was basically radio silence for over a year. But then he did something that everybody would hear about. If you don't know what the Bored Ape
Dookie
Yacht Club
Dash.
is, it is one of the biggest
Ooh.
NFTs in the world. And in
It's like
January
2 mil now.
2023, they released a game called Dookie Dash. Dookie Dash was one of those games where you have to avoid obstacles and collect stuff to basically just get as high of a score as possible. To celebrate the release of the game, they hosted a massive competition with the first place prize being over $1 million. Using his gaming talent, Mongraal would grind non-stop, and out of the thousands of players, he got first place. In doing this, he received an item that he sold for $1.6 million. If you didn't know, he has 700.
Let me tell you, this was one of the most fun games I ever played. Like, genuinely.
Ooh, little fun advert. OG. Ooh.
Yeah. Obviously, it's so simple, you can see.
Can't
but,
afford
like,
that YouTube premium. No, that reminds me. 10 subscriber special. We get the budget up. We do a little podcast with Kyle Jackson. Confirmed, by the way. 100%. Been speaking to his managers. And he said they would do it. So get to 10 subscribers. That's all I'm saying.
I literally played this 16 hours a day for like 3 months or 2 months straight. It's all I would do. Wake up and play this game. Like, it was crazy.
Earned from Fortnite, so he made over double his lifetime earnings in just a couple weeks grinding a different
Okay,
game.
it wasn't a couple
For the
weeks,
next
but
6 months, we didn't really hear much from him until he uploaded this vlog on YouTube. In the video, he talks about how he started focusing on things that were
Old
important to him.
Mongraal.
This included working out, traveling, prioritizing his mental
Cool
health,
little video.
and discipline. In life, balance is extremely important, so these were great changes for him. He didn't say anything about ever coming back to Fortnite, but it was always a possibility. In October of 2023, Epic Games announced that they would be bringing back OG Fortnite for an entire month.
OG
Everybody was
Fortnite.
excited to have a chance to play the game they fell in love with once again, and Mongraal felt the same way. After not streaming or really doing anything on social media,
Bro, I had so much fun streaming this when I came back, streaming this OG season, but my internet was so bad at my new place. Like, my stream would crash nearly every day. It was actually so annoying.
for most of 2023, he made a huge announcement. He tweeted this saying OG Fortnite could be the start of a new era. This tweet received a ton
Yo, I
of
didn't
love,
even know I tweeted that. That's kind of cool.
but
I ain't
nobody knew if
cold.
he would be making a full return or if he'd just be coming back for a little bit. At first, he was a bit rusty because he hadn't played the game in a while, but it was clear that he was enjoying it again. Everyone expected him to quit again after the OG season ended, but when Chapter 5 released, he kept on playing. 1 week after the season came out, him and Mr. Savage shocked the community by saying they are playing FNCS. Savage was a way better player than him at the time, so this was surprising to some people, but they really enjoyed playing together and knew if they put the time in, they could compete at
Savage is my f***ing brother, bro. Savage is my brother.
high level. They made this decision with one goal in mind: qualify for the Global Championships in Fort Worth. Leading up to FNCS, they were putting in a lot of time, and we were about to see if it would pay off. In the 2 weeks of qualifiers, they placed just good enough to secure a spot in the lower bracket. Since they were in the lower bracket, they had 2 chances to get top 30 in order to keep their hopes alive. On the second day, they finished in 12th, securing their spot in the upper bracket round 3. Now, all they needed was a top 25 in order to make finals. In the last game, Savage clutched as a solo to get to 60 points, but was it gonna be enough?
26.
26, bro. Tiebreaker 60 points, bro. We were actually devastated. This was so annoying.
This was heartbreaking, but there was still one more chance.
All a part of
They
the
either placed
script.
top 15 in lower bracket, or it's over. And this is when the perfect script began to unravel.
Bro, it's just insane. It's like
The mountain
Savage
play.
Shadow Bomb play, but reversed. Just perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes, he's clutching so hard. 80 points. Let's go. Oh my god, he's gonna win. Oh my god.
With Blood X coaching, they need
That's
Blood X
insane.
back.
Yep.
Oh my god, they've qualified.
I'm checking.
You're 12. 100% all games finished. Yes.
Oh my god. We qualified to Grands. We qualified. We qualified, boys. We qualified.
With this win, Mongraal qualified for his first grand final since Chapter.
That is insane. The first season back, properly playing, calling for Grands. Bro, Savage carried hard that season. Blood was a big help as well, low key. Like, he had to micromanage me, bro. I was so bad that first season I came back. Like, I was doing so much stuff wrong. We managed to do it though. It's insane.
Unfortunately, they were contested in grand finals, but it was
Yeah,
a
Grands
really
didn't go that
sign
good.
They performed this well in his first
Grand
season back.
Grands went
The
quite
following
bad.
season, they made heats once again, but were unable to make it out of the lower bracket. With their eyes set on qualifying for this year's Global Championship, they made a crazy decision. Since EU and NA both have 10 qualification spots to the LAN, Mongraal and Savage announced that they are moving to Dallas to compete in NA's FNCS. Since NA is statistically
good
easier,
play.
it seemed like a great idea. At first, it didn't look like they would be good enough to place top 10 in Grands, but recently they've been proving everybody wrong. After just missing out on upper bracket, they had to make it out of lowers once again, and they made it look easy, finishing in second place. At this point, all they needed was a top 25 back-to-back rounds of upper bracket, but it wouldn't be easy because they were contested by Death and Edgy at their drop. And sadly, it would not go as planned. For Death and Edgy, Mongraal and
Facts.
Savage won 4-1 off spawn and finished in 8th place. Now, all they needed was one more top 25, and they finished in 10th, officially securing their spot in grand finals. Heading into the grand finals this weekend, they are looking extremely good. With a career full of ups and downs, Mongraal has always found a way to come out on top and do anything he sets his mind to. There is no doubt in my mind that this duo will find a way to finish top 10, qualify for the global championships, and complete the one goal they had when he first returned to the game. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and watch this one too.
5 video. Bronos on YouTube, 5 video. And then they nerfed our cactuses 24 hours before grands, and we had to change our whole game plan. That was kind of annoying. But it is what it is, man. Dallas was a great time. 2-3 months, it was so sick. First react video on the channel. Drop a like if you guys, you know, you with this.
Hey, listen to them, man.
Try and do them at least once a week. That's kind of like the bare minimum I'm trying to set. Maybe more. But yeah, it's actually fun to watch this. We got a few more lined up. So that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed. Peace out, boys.
So that is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the second one. If you want another, get to 10 subscribers for that little podcast with Kyle Jackson. It will happen. And I'll see you in the next one.